Alright then. Oh yeah, next video. So this video, whatever you want to call it, it's about Detour sunglasses. I kind of want to say this is the official review. It might be, it might not be. I've worn them long enough to kind of know the insides and outs of them to make a video, because I feel like at the point I'm at right now, my opinion's not going to change. Granted, stuff happens. You know, if I drop them in a couple days and the lens breaks or falls out or the frame breaks and I try to get a hold of them, and I'm not saying this happened, I'm saying if it happens, because I don't know, and you know, I can't get a hold of them and they're not honoring their warranty and all that crap, then I might make an updated video. But currently, right this minute, I mean, I haven't had any issues out of the company, but I've wore them long enough to kind of get an idea of what I think needs to be said as far as about my review. So let's get into it. Oh God, Jesus, don't look at that. Alright. So, I don't know if you watched the unboxing. I kind of said some things here and there about them in the original unboxing. Wasn't supposed to be a review, but I also like to be informational. So, it was a long video for no reason. This probably will be the same. I apologize. So, I got these for like right around $42, $45. If you're a first-time customer and you sign up, there's, I think, like a little bubble or something on their screen that saves you 10% off. So they would have been like 50 something, but I got them for 40 something. Free shipping, always free shipping, which is really cool. I hate that I didn't look, but there's a whole like folder of stuff in my phone that really is cool about these glasses. Stretchy or stretch hinges. They are ANSI, I call them ANSI. ANSI rated. Where's it at? It's on here somewhere. ANSI 87 plus. For those people that don't know what that means. That means they're basically safety glasses. If you work like a construction type job or any job where you need safety glasses and you hate regular safety glasses because they're ugly or just not good, these count. They have several lens colors, so that got you covered. Not to mention the way they're made. You don't realistically have to buy side guards. They took the time to like mold the actual frame to cover the sides. So you're good. Which I really like, because like a lot of the other companies that sell ANSI rated lenses are just generally regular sunglasses that are rated, and then you have to get the side covers and then you look like an idiot. So I mean, if you like that, that's cool. No, I'm not making fun of you, I'm just saying, me personally, I'm not a fan of that. I like these better. They are rubberized right here on both sides. They are rubberized on the nose. So if you work out in the heat and you sweat a lot like I do, especially right in here, they don't slide off your face. I can guarantee that. I've been wearing them in some 90 something, almost 100-degree days. It hasn't completely gotten ridiculously hot here in North Carolina yet. It's been hot, but it gets hotter here, especially toward like August. And I had zero slippage, which is phenomenal. I really like how the logo is kind of in the frame and not raised, like some companies do. I don't know if you can tell, but there's the little nasty things on there. That's one of my complaints, because they only make these in matte black frames. I hate matte black frames because if you're sweaty or oily, it shows up. Like right there. As I said in my previous video, I use beard products. A lot of it is oil-based stuff because you keep your face moisturized, to keep your hair, you know, healthy and skin healthy and all that good stuff. Keep your beard soft and manageable. I also use a lot of coconut oil in my hair because I have dry scalp and I have very frizzy hair. And being that I do both of those, wearing your sunglasses around here and here, something's on my arm, you get a lot of oils on you, especially in the hotter months where you're already swampy. Not a fan of that. It's nothing toward the company, it's just a nitpicking issue that I don't like because, I mean, they do make other color frames, they just don't in this particular frame. If you don't know the frame already, it's the regular breech. They have an XL version for the bigger headed people, but I thankfully don't suffer from the big headed. I have a big head, but for some reason I can wear regular size sunglasses. I've always been able to, so I got lucky there. I think I have a big head, but it's kind of more narrow than it is big. Like from here to here it's big, but from here to here it's kind of narrow. Yeah. What else? Like I said, I had a ton of stuff that I was going to mention. I think it's up to the first 6 months is like a no questions asked warranty. And then after 6 months, I think it, don't quote me because again, I'm going off memory. I think after 6 months, it's a $25 replacement fee. And before you jump on them and you're like, that's kind of douchey. Hear me out, because I thought the same thing when I first heard it. After being a reviewer for so long, one thing that I've noticed is a lot of companies boast that they have lifetime warranties. Well, here's the reason that I think the way Detour does it is kind of better. Because if you look at any of the other companies that have a straight up free lifetime warranty, no questions asked, there's a few problems that you usually run into. One, if they have a free lifetime warranty, you usually pay more for the sunglasses. These were only like 42 bucks out the door, free shipping. Generally, you're going to pay at least 60 or more out the gate. Two, you can't always get a hold of them. A lot of companies will boast and say that they have the free warranty, and then when you go to hit them up, you can't get an answer, or if you do get an answer, you don't ever actually see your return. Three, I got more, hang on. I guess two turned into three. They usually end up giving you problems. If you do hear from them, they'll usually just fuss with you and make it super difficult. And I'm sorry, but if you're gonna tell me you have a free lifetime warranty, why are you like giving me the third degree just for my sunglasses? That's another thing that I do like about Detour. It's no questions asked warranty. Yes, you pay like a $20 replacement fee, but it's no questions asked. That means you can break them, you can drop them, you can lose them, you can run them over with the car. You can do the one thing that I always end up doing, and so does my wife, where maybe you're head banging, or you move too fast, or you're working or something and you sling your head too fast, and they sling off the back of your head like this and they hit the ground really hard. For me and my wife especially, somewhere in here ends up usually cracking the frame. There's a bug on my... Sorry, he was trying to get some famous time even though I'm not. Anyway, somewhere in here usually ends up cracking the frame because it slams on the ground. And then your lens pops out, or your lens just pops out and you can't get it back in. Or I actually had it one time with another company that I won't mention because it's not about them. let's see what happened. I'm looking that way because it happened over there. I'm trying to recall. So, over there's the end of my driveway where our mailbox is, okay? I got in the car, and I had them on my head like this. I got in the car, and my wife's car is low. So I went down, and when I did, I hit the sunglasses on the roof of the car. And when I did, it snapped off right here, and one of the arms came off. if something like that happens, because with stuff like this, you never know what's going to happen, especially when you're spending a decent amount of money on sunglasses. It's nice to have a company that doesn't care. Context-wise. Doesn't care in the sense of what your problem was. Because a lot of times when you get a free lifetime warranty, you'll get, like I said, the third degree. You'll hit them up and be like, hey, yo, can I get a replacement? I broke my sunglasses. And then they're like, well, how'd you break them? How'd it happen? Can you send us a picture? You know what I mean? Like, they give you the third degree, and it's like, why are you, like, I get some people want to abuse the free warranty, but also you got people out there that say even if you lose them, they will give you free glasses. And it's like, how am I supposed to prove to you that I lost them? That's like proving to the Grubhub dude or whatever that you didn't get your food. Like, what do I do? Walk out on the porch and take a picture of the front door? Like, how am I supposed to prove that? Let me send you a video of my entire house to prove to you they're not just sitting on the coffee table? Like, what do I do? You shouldn't be getting a third degree is my point. And so, yeah, again, you might hate having to pay a fee to get a replacement on your sunglasses. But here's my thing. You message them. You can call them. Hey, I lost them. I broke them. Whatever. It's my fault. It's your fault. It's the quality control's fault. They will replace them regardless. That's really cool. Yes, it does suck you have to pay a fee, but I personally feel like that fee works out in the end, because here's why. One, you're paying far less for the sunglasses up front. Keep in mind, you're not paying shipping costs. So if you get the 10% off, you're already only paying like $40 for some quality sunglasses. Two, it's free shipping. So they're helping you on the front end save money. Not to mention, Detour has a crap ton of sales on their website, especially Instagram. So if like a big holiday's coming up, like Memorial Day or something like that, go and look on their website or their social media pages, because generally they'll have some sort of promo code or something for a period of time where you can get them cheaper. So yeah, you're already saving money on the front end. Two, keep in mind, unless you break glasses all the time, that's not a bad deal. Because here's why. Say you buy a $200 pair of sunglasses from another company that boasts that they have a free lifetime warranty. You already paid $200 for those sunglasses. You wore them a couple months, you broke them. Now you hit them up, they're giving you the third degree and you can't get your replacement. So now, not only are you out of $200, now you're having to deal with the company's BS, and you still don't have your sunglasses. Or you can buy them from Detour for like $45, even if you pay full prices like $50. You buy your $50 sunglasses. Who's to say you're going to break them? You've already saved money on the front end because you didn't even pay shipping. Not all of them, of course, but some of them are ANSI rated. So you can wear them on the job. They're not an expensive brand to begin with, so if you can afford to buy a $40, $50 pair of sunglasses, I'm sure you can cover the $20, $25 to replace them. Just in my opinion, the fact that I know that if I do break them, don't get me wrong, it does suck. I will admit that. Because generally what happens is when you break your sunglasses, it usually happens at the worst, most unopportune time in your life. You either are on the job and you still need your sunglasses, and now you got to revert to dog crap $2 ones from the hardware store, or the free ones that the job site gives you, or neighbors are going by on the south side. Sweet. Anyway, you got to revert to some crappy ones that you didn't want to have to do. Not to mention, Now you got to pay up $20-$25 to get a new pair. I don't know about you. To me personally, even $40 to $50 for sunglasses isn't cheap. But generally, you know, for me at least, I have to save up to be able to buy these sunglasses. They didn't send them to me, I bought them. So I had to save up just to get them, because that's not just something that I can go and swipe my card and be like, cool, I bought sunglasses. So generally, if I were to break them, yeah, it would suck, because I couldn't just instantly call them and be like, hey, I need a new pair, here's $25. I'd have to wait a while, and I'd have to save the money, and I'd have to get another pair. But knowing that even though I broke them, I don't have to go through the ringer of weeks and weeks and weeks of trying to get a hold of people and sending pictures and having to go through the third degree of acting like I'm on trial just to get a replacement. I could be like, hey, yo, I broke these. Hey, I was in the woods on a four-wheeler and they fell off. I don't know where they're at. We got you. That'll be $20 or $25 or whatever it is. And they're on the way in the mail. God, there was a ton more stuff in my folder. I really wish that I had it, because there was so much cool stuff about this brand. And just the sunglasses in general that was like, holy freaking crap. Also, if you're not interested in the Detours, look at the different versions they have, because one thing that I've noticed about Detour, Breach. Breach. This is the Breach ones that I have. If you don't like this particular version, they have men and women different styles, but also not all sunglasses that they sell are created equal. And what I mean is, some of them are cheaper than the others, and some of them have their own special power in a weird way. Like, I have a pair, I think, that are called the floaties, that actually float in water. So if you fish, especially on a boat, because generally if you're on a dock, I mean, you might drop them in the water, but you should be fine. But if you're on a boat, stuff happens. And if you happen to drop them in the water, you just look over and grab them. Versus they gone. Granted, if they gone, call them up and get a replacement. But yeah, they have a set of sunglasses. They're going back. I need to get me one of them. But anyway, they have a set of sunglasses called floaties, and that's because they float. They're, as you can tell, probably for fishermen. The majority of their sunglasses, I'm watching a big ass spider go down a web right now that I'm probably going to get up and never mind. Okay, he's alive, in case you were wondering. I blew on him, not in a weird way, and he went back up his web, hopefully, because I don't see him anymore. Freaking Spider-Man on my porch. I don't know where I was at, but anyway, yeah, they have some that float. Some of them are Z87, some of them aren't. They also offer, from what I can tell, a lot of their frames come with clear lenses as well. So if you want just straight up clear lenses for safety glasses, they got you. Also, I don't know about all of them, but a lot of them will tell you what the actual base color is when you scroll down the page. So if you are a fisherman and you're buying them for a specific body of water, you know, usually what brown tint is for, or brown base, and copper base is for like fresh water. Black is usually like salt water, stuff like that. It will tell you. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, they'll usually tell you. I had another good point that I was going to tell you that I remembered, and then that happened. Give me a second. Brain fart. They're also hydrophobic. At least I think that's what it's called. Meaning water, oil, dust, all that stuff just comes right off their lenses. Especially if you get the, if you know, If you get I don't have them, but if you get like the mirrored lenses, that's really nice. Not to mention, I think they're even rated for saltwater. So if you do go out on the ocean or whatever on a boat, you're good. I know that matters to a lot of people. That's why they usually end up buying like the higher end sunglasses. You can get them for like 40, 50 bucks. Now, I don't remember anything else, even though I had a list, and if I go look, I'll have to start over this video because I don't know how to edit, so leave me alone. Now to the nitty gritty of what I do not like about them. I already said a few things. I think maybe one. I don't remember. The color options. I don't like that they only come in matte black. The reason that that's a complaint, again, is the oil and sweat and all that. But it's because I know they can do other colors. I was looking, I think it was either the floaties or something else I was looking at earlier. And they offer other options. They offer like I want to say like a gray wood grain. And then I think even like a clear gray. And then they had like an American flag with a white frame. And then I think they even had like a matte black frame, but it was also American flag on the side. Like, they have options, just not in these. And that kind of bums me out, because something would be nice. Anything. Clear white, you know, like just clear. Or clear gray. Or gloss black. I mean, I'm a gloss black frame kind of guy. Or even just regular tortoise. Because they have a tortoise color for one of their other frame styles. I like tortoise as well. But that's just being nitpicky. It has nothing to do with the glasses. That's just my issue that I have with matte black frames. And it's kind of annoying, because if you pay attention, a lot of companies are only doing matte black frames anymore. And it just sucks. Now, my biggest gripe, and this is, it sucks to say this, but it's a review and I'm going to be honest. These are too big, like too long. I don't know, like, if they did it just to be nice, just to give you a good grab onto the side of your head or what. They annoy the crap out of me. I wear my hats primarily backwards unless I'm fishing. And so, what happens is I don't know if you can tell, but they go up under my hat, and they feel stupid and they look stupid because, like, my hat's not even on completely like how I wear it. Like, my hair looks stupid, but whatever, it's just science. I go to put it in, and now it's like extremely uncomfortable because it's up under my hat, it's digging into the side of my head. And keep in mind, the only reason it's digging into the side of my head is because it's under my hat. Okay? So, the only other option is, which I've been having to do, is put them on like this and just stick them on top of my hat. I can do so because of the hinges that are spring. It's fine, but it's super annoying because I don't want to do that. Not to mention, it does it, at least for me, when I go on the front too. It's not as bad, but it does kind of like hit because they're so long. So it's kind of annoying. So, mind my hair, sorry. I'm sweaty, hot, wearing a hat. It's kind of annoying. So, they could fix it because I've seen there's another brand, a frame design that they make that doesn't have this issue. I can't remember what they are. It's the frame that comes in the red, white, and blue on the sides. I think it even has like fish on it. Those should be fine because they're kind of more rounded. These stick out a lot more. My hat's pissing me off because like the bill just looks like longer here and shorter here. I don't know, it's been annoying me since I got it. It was like a $5 hat, so I don't care. But yeah, it's just really annoying because, I mean, they're for the most part comfortable this way. But for someone that likes sunglasses and likes to wear their sunglasses and doesn't want to have to, God, that's bugging me. I'm not going bald, I promise. It's just the way my hair looks. Trust me, I know I'm not going bald. I would say I've been tested, but I've been to tons of barbers. I'm not going bald. But yeah, 98% of the time, this is how I wear my hats. And when I just want to do that and go, like, they're not even completely on my face, because I push them back and they hit the back of my hat. See, now they're on my face. Well, on my nose. And I'm having to wear them on top of my hat, and it's really annoying. And then I tried to kind of like do something different, but then I feel like a retard. Sorry if that offends anyone. That just came out. I feel stupid. Sorry. I say that word just because I am one. So, but yeah. All jokes. I don't mean it in an offensive way. I promise. Edit that out if you have to. Yeah. I feel stupid. Like I'm not one of those new kids that be doing this. You know what I mean? Like I mean, if I wear my hats like that, I'm good. You know what I mean? Yo, yo, yee, yo. But like, I have to wear it like raised up in the back, and I don't like it. Because for the people out there, all the haters that want to say, well, if you're wearing your hat backwards, it doesn't do anything. The whole point of wearing a hat is to keep the sun out of your face. Well, I'm wearing dark sunglasses that cover my face. I want a tan. And guess what? If you wear your hat backwards, slanted, it covers the back of your neck. But anyway, yeah, it's just a pain in my arse. It's something that I don't like. I can't stand it. I noticed it when I first unboxed them, as you may or may not saw in the original video, and it very much annoyed me. I kind of was hoping that I could get over it and kind of get used to it. But other than when I go fishing and I throw them on in the front with my hat forward, it's annoying. I will say this though, since they're spring hinges, they grip your hat so well. So if you're one of those people that do this when you're not wearing them, you ain't got to worry about them falling off. Unless you're like doing drastically weird stuff that they might fall off. You know what I mean? Like if you're hanging upside down, they might fall off. But, I mean, they're not moving. So, yeah. And they're on there. But yeah, it's a nitpick because it is a review, and if you're one of those people that don't like that hitting the back of your hat all the time, you should be aware of that. Now, other than the nitpick on the color, because I do know they can make other colors and they don't for some reason, and these constantly hitting their hat, I don't really have any other issues, truthfully. I will say though, this hitting my hat is a big enough issue for me not to want to wear them. Because I went through a period of time in my life where, in case you don't know why I was saying what I said earlier, I'm autistic. I have Asperger's, I have autism, I have ADHD, and I have OCD. I have a bunch of crap. I've been tested. I'm on a list. Yeah. I'm legally, yeah. So that's what I meant. And I went, my OCD and my ADHD and all that stuff happens in such a way to where the point in life that I've gotten to, I overanalyze everything that I do. Like, I tried to hide it when I was younger and not care, but as I get older, I noticed, like, with me maturing, plus it mixing with it, I care more. Like, even though a normal person could put these on and be like, oh, it's no big deal, I like them, they look cool. True. For me, that's enough for me to throw them in the trash. It's sad to say, but I'm just being honest. Because I overanalyze things so much that, one, if it isn't comfortable, doesn't fit my needs, doesn't do what I want it to. Basically, if you don't know, because if you're not one, you don't know this. But like for a normal person, you know, they could just have their hat on like this and throw them on and it hit the back of their hat. They can go about their day and they're like, it's no biggie. Me, when that happens, it basically ruins my entire day. Like, it's that bad for me. So, like I was trying to say earlier, I got to a point in my life to where if that happens, it basically, to me at least, means I'm no longer wearing them. Because that's just that big of a deal to me. Because when I go about my day, the last thing I want to have to do is throw them on and then just be like I'm one of those people that if we have plans and you cancel last minute, my whole day's ruined. And just having to do that and then look at the camera and say I'll be back, and then having that right there pisses me off. Like, genuinely. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a dick about it, or a douche, or whatever you want to call it. But that, for me, how with my OCD, Asperger's, and all that, that's enough to just ruin it for me. So, I generally won't wear them. Granted, I will say this, because I did buy them. I do like the company, because it's a small business. They're cool people that run it. If you've never bought from them, they've got like the absolute coolest, I don't even know what you'd call it, marketing, I guess. Like, if I'm not mistaken, when I placed my order, I actually got a customized email, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't like legit. I'm sure it was like everybody gets the same email and they just insert name here. But basically, I got an email that was saying like, woohoo, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember, this is months ago. Basically something along the lines of like, woohoo, you placed an order. When you placed an order, the owner or somebody picked up your order and like went running across the warehouse screaming that Tyler placed an order. It's the best thing ever, or something along those lines. We can't wait to get these sunglasses in your hands or something, because you made our day, because you made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, I mean, it's not like life-changing, but that's just cool that it did that. Not to mention, if you sign up for the phone, whatever they've got, you'll get constant text messages, which some people don't like, but checking on you, sending you coupons, letting you know about drops, like all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, if you go to their website, they'll text you and be like, hey, I noticed you went to our website. Why didn't you place an order? Like anybody else would. But, yeah, just certain little things like that. That's just neat. But, yeah, I actually enjoy the company. So, like, I still do want to wear these. Eventually, when I get the money again, I'll probably invest in one of their other frames just to see. Because I do like the company. I like their products. It's just that just ruins it for me. Like, to the point to where if I absolutely had to, I would just take like a file and file them down enough to where it doesn't do it, because it, yeah. Now, that being said, if I know I'm going fishing, which I don't technically wear these fishing anyway because they're black lenses, and I fish mainly freshwater, and I just prefer brown or copper lenses for freshwater. I don't technically wear these for fishing. I can, because they're polarized, which, in case you didn't know, most, if not all, of their sunglasses are polarized. But if I know I'm going fishing, I can just take 2 seconds to do this, and then do this, and I'm good. You know, generally I don't have any problems. Again, as I said, they will still hit, which is a pain in the butt, but nowhere near as bad. But they work. And it's like a much bigger improvement versus the other way. I just prefer, or 98% of the time I wear my hat backwards. So having them to where I have to wear my hat forward to wear them comfortably kind of ruins it. But I like it. You know, these are the regular breech, not the XLs. They fit me comfortably. I fit everything good on the side. This hugs just enough around the eyes to where they look stylish and fashionable without, you know what I mean? Like, other companies try to make safety glasses, sunglasses, and they either look like sunglasses with the side guards on them, or they look like safety glasses that are supposed to be sunglasses. This company, in my opinion, was able to make both and they still look like sunglasses. Like, they're safety glasses and they're stylish sunglasses. Like, these don't, like, yeah, maybe because they're all black, you might look at them and say that dude's wearing safety glasses. But if I were to break out, like, the gold mirrors or the red mirrors or the blue or the green, purple, pink, whatever 1,000 colors they offer, you'd probably just look at them and be like, those are some cool looking sunglasses. And then come to find out, they've got built-in side shields. They're rated lenses. So, I could wear these out, doing my thing, being a redneck out on the town with my hat hook, you know, just cruising my 89 Dodge. And I'm good. But I also can go take these out on the job site, and I might have boss man look at me and be like, yo dude, you gotta wear safety glasses. And then I can be like, hey yo, you didn't see what I did, but you know what I did. And then he's gonna be like, what, you're fired. And then I'm gonna be like, but these are safety glasses, so what I did was warranted. Because yeah, I'll do it again. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, of course. I'm just saying, everybody wants to, but yeah, you can kind of be, I don't recommend being a douche to your boss man. I'm just saying, for the people out there that know what I'm talking about, I wouldn't call them sleeper glasses or sleeper safety glasses, but you could get away with putting them on, and you're probably going to hear somebody say, hey, you should wear something else. And then if you're that kind of guy, you can be like, I no don't. I'm not saying it to be a douche. I'm just saying some of us enjoy giving our bosses a hard time. That's kind of what my point is. And if you like to give your boss a hard time, and your boss is one of those people that generally will look at you in sunglasses and be like, hey yo, you can buy a pair of these and probably get him to be like, you're gonna catch him side-eyeing you, and you're gonna be like, bruh, these are rated. It says it right there. And it says it right there beside the Detour logo, so. But anyway, I know there's more. If you want to know more, just go look at their page. There's a crap ton of information on there. Why is those moving? Is it a bird? I've seen wings moving. I don't like that. But yeah, go just look at their website, because there is tons more that I'm sure I missed. Because when I first bought these and I was planning on making the video, I made like an entire page of notes in my phone. And then instead of being a smart person and like looking up the notes and then making the video, I went ahead and clicked record and then completely forgot everything that I was supposed to tell you. So there's a lot left, but I told basically everything you need to know. You do get one of these with your purchase, so if you're worried about not getting anything, you do get this for free. Don't quote me on this. What I want to say, they actually have hard cases for sale, but you have to pay extra for those. You also get stickers with your purchase, in case you didn't see my unboxing. That's about it. But definitely cool people. If you hadn't already, check them out. They're on TikTok as well, of course. They make funny videos every once in a while. At least the ones I saw were. But they seem like cool people. I can't remember exactly where they're from. I want to say like Oregon or something like that. Like Maine, maybe. One of those weird states that you don't ever think about. But before you jump me, I don't think about them because I live in the South and just, I'm over here. So, but yeah, they're cool people. They have a cool vibe to them. And yeah, I think they're, I wouldn't say youngins, but like 20s maybe. They just, you know, they got the American dream, started up a business, and it's doing pretty well. And they deserve your patronage. Like I said, great company. Just, you know, check them out. Like I said, they also have women's glasses too. So, till next time, next video.